We got the chains, we got the flames. Seems like the perfect time to count down the top 10 hard rock and heavy metal albums of the year. Be right back.
Channel 33, RPM, yeah, 33, RPM, Channel 33, RPM, yeah, Final Gear and more.
Hi, my name is Frank. Welcome to Sundays on Channel 33 RPM. Hope everyone's doing well. I gotta tell you, 2016 was a fantastic year for new releases, particularly in the category of hard rock and heavy metal. In fact, it wasn't easy narrowing it down to just 10. And as a result, really good releases from bands like Testament, Holy Grail, Scorpion Child were left off this list, but the remaining 10, I gotta tell you, are must-have essential releases if you're a fan of these genres. Check it out. Coming in at number 10, it's a recent release. It's the solo album from Dee Snider, fresh out of Twisted Sister. Now, I know this album kind of gets mixed reviews, and some people say it doesn't sound enough like Twisted Sister. I gotta tell you, I'm okay with that. This is Dee trying to make his mark once again as a solo artist. Of course, the lead-off single from this album is the acoustic version of Twisted Sister's We're Not Gonna Take It, so of course, that's a bit of a throwback, but there's other great tracks on here, including We Are the Ones, Over Again, tons of good stuff. The only kind of misstep, I think, is a cover of the Nine Inch Nails song, Head Like a Hole, but whatever. This is a great album. At number 9, it is female rocker Lita 4. This is her album Time Capsule, and this one's kind of unique, and I was debating whether I could include it on the list at all, because these aren't new tracks, but they aren't tracks that were previously released before. This is stuff Lita recorded way back in the 80s, had in the vault, and finally released on this album. And you know, it's demo-ish at times, but there are great tracks on here. Number 8 from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It's the Electric Revival. I don't even know how to begin to describe these guys. They're rock, they are garage rock, they're noise rock, they're hard rock, all of the above. And what's really cool about this album is that it was recorded entirely on analog. The studio they recorded it at was above a record pressing plant. They recorded it, sent the tape straight downstairs, and pressed it to vinyl. I think that's really cool, and this album really does rock. This next one, pure thrash gold. I'm talking about Death Angel. And I was going to say this is a comeback, but I guess it's not really a comeback. These guys never really went away, but this is a fantastic slab of metal. This is a hometown band from right here in Edmonton, Alberta. It is Striker. These guys are absolutely smoking on this album. Super great riffs, a lot of supers, great riffs, fantastic musicianship. Vocalist rivals Bruce Dickinson. These guys cover various sub-genres of heavy metal, including straight up new wave or British heavy metal type stuff, power metal, hair metal. These guys cover the gamut. Fantastic release. Okay, this next one, I actually had the CD and I misplaced the CD, but I do have the record on order. This one is the new one from Blood Ceremony from the Toronto area called Lord of Misrule. These guys self-describe themselves as flute-tinged witch rock, but it's a combination of bands like Black Sabbath and Jethro Tull combined with influences from like 1950s Italian horror movies. A bizarre mix, that's for sure, but this music is fantastic. I was debating for a while about where this one should land on the list. I was going back and forth, but I'm hitting it at number 4. It's the new album from Megadeth, Dystopia, and I can confidently call this album a comeback. It's absolutely stunning, from the opening riffs of the opening track, The Threat Is Real, through the title track, through songs like Death From Within. Megadeth is back, and Megadeth is back big time. I would say this is their best album since Rust in Peace, easily. At number 3 from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, it is Black Wizard with their second full-length release called New Waste. These guys are kind of doom metal, psychedelic metal, heavy Black Sabbath influence again, with a lot of melody, a lot of hooks. I can't get enough of this record. These guys toured Canada this past summer, opening up for Volbeat. They've toured Europe. They tour all over the place. orange vinyl. If you haven't heard these guys, they're on the Channel 33 RPM playlist. Check it out and buy this album. Trust me, you won't regret it. Any of these could have really been number one, but I finally settled it in this order. It's Anthrax with their latest release, For All Kings, another stunning slab of thrash metal. I love the fact that these guys are still putting out such solid releases. Is this one better than their last album, Worship Music? That's debatable, but it is an essential album of 2016. And at number one, you can probably guess this one. It's Metallica with Hardwired to Self-Destruct. And I really had to think about this one and think, is it really, can I, in fairness, put this at number one because it only recently came out, but judging by the number of times I've listened to this album, I think it's gonna have longevity. I'm digging it. We said, you've heard a lot about this. I've talked about it before. There's tons of videos talking about Metallica's Hardwired to Self-Destruct, but I gotta tell you, this album is great. One devil horn, two devil horns up. It's great to have Metallica back with a stunning, stunning release. My number one pick of 2016. Alright guys, so what did you think of my list? What did I miss in the genre of hard rock and heavy metal? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments below. Also remember, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a quick like. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that button. All of that good stuff, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching once again. Until next time, keep on spinning.